3 previous winners of the National Song Contest have gone on to win the Eurovision. That's a high level of performance to emulate for those in tonight's Eurosong at the Cork Opera House. As the final rehearsals went on, the producer who has overseen the previous winners had a wry way of looking at tonight's outcome.
Lots of drama in Cork tonight, Tom. Few nerves need to be calmed and there's a bit of tension around, but the only real question in Cork at Eurosong 95 tonight is, will I have a job in the morning? And believe me, if I produce another Eurovision winner, I won't.
But with her level of success, who knows? 10 voting panels around the country will decide the winner to represent Ireland at the Eurovision in Dublin on May 13. While Eurosong brought a musical focus to Cork, the industrial fallout in the aftermath of the Sunbeam closure couldn't be forgotten either, so the prospect of 325 new jobs in small industries was to be welcomed. They were announced to Cork's leading civic, business and community leaders by Minister for Local Development Gay Mitchell, with the choice of Cork as one of 2 cities in the country for a European Urban Initiative programme, meaning £10 million to be invested in local projects over the next 5 years.
Good evening. Thank you very much for a fantastic Cork welcome. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no! Oh dear, oh dear. Thank you very much for a wonderful Cork welcome. We're here in the Cork Opera House tonight for the grand final, Eurosong 95, which is also going out to you simultaneously in a stereo simulcast on Radio 1. You know why we're here. We're here to fly against all the bookies' odds and try and win the Eurovision Song Contest for the 4th time in a row. Isn't that right? That's what we're here for. We're here to select a song, one song, which will do battle on behalf of Ireland in the point on the 13th of May. Now, that decision will be up to our juries. They're scattered up and down the country. There are 10 of them in all. I'll tell you more about those later on in the show when I'm talking to you about the voting. But can we do it? Well, we know that Linda did it in, wasn't it Malmo? And Niamh Kavanagh did it in Mill Street, yes. And Charlie and Paul did it in the point. It's going back to the point again this year, and it's the 40th anniversary of the Eurovision Song Contest. Can we do it again? Well, we shall see, because we've got 8 very good songs, and one of them is going to go forward. What the winner gets? Well, the winner gets a cheque for £1,000. Okay, that's not bad. The honour of representing Ireland, but also the Tom McGrath Perpetual Trophy, which is sponsored by the Retail Jewellers of Ireland. Now, I want to tell you that all our performers are performing live, and they will be performing before the collective talents of the RT Concert Orchestra, led by Michael Healy and conducted by the veteran of Eurovision, Mr. Noel Keelan. Take a bow. Now, we will go straight away into our first song, and we have numbered them alphabetically, if you like. This is song A. It's called Dreamin', and we're going to Belfast for our first composers. They certainly know quite a bit about the music business. Their names are Richard Abbott and Barry Woods. Now, Richard at one time played with the Rob Strong Band. In 1984, he actually had 2 songs in the National Song Contest final, one of them actually performed by Rob Strong. Barry Woods is a veteran of the show band era, and he's currently very active writing songs and comedy routines for a Belfast cabaret group called Club Sound. Now, let me tell you about our singer. His name is Eddie Friel, and he has gigged with Van Morrison. In fact, he's recorded with Van on the Hymns to the Silence album. In his own right, he's a great singer, he's a great piano player, and he's a composer and arranger as well. So it's difficult to go first, but this is our first song, Song A, Dreamin', composed by Richard Abbott and Barry Woods, and performed for us now by Eddie Friel.
Dreaming, dreaming on a silver sea of moonlight. Magic fills the night, melodies of light when I'm dreaming. Dreaming, dreaming how I love this nowhere feeling. Round and round I go, shadows soft and low when I'm dreaming. You can sail on any ocean, dream an easy melody. Moonlight magic shines so gently, moonlight magic harmony. Dreaming. Underneath the stars, dreaming, far away a blue horizon, drifting on a midnight sea. Moonlight magic shines so gently, moonlight magic harmony. Nighttime slips away in silence, daylight steals across my silver sea. Goodbye dreaming in the moonlight, sleepy wake up to reality.
That's Eddie Creel, song A Dreamin', composed by Richard Abbott and Barry Woods. Well, now, I know that the audience here in the Opera House won't be partisan when I tell them that we're going to Cork for song B. And it's a man who's well known not just locally here in Cork, but nationally, thanks to his band Loudest Whisper and his musical The Children of Lear, which, believe it or not, packed out this very hall last week. I am, of course, referring to Brian O'Reilly. And Brian... Brian has had 2 songs already in Eurosong finals, so he's a sort of a veteran of this competition. The singer he has chosen for his song is Mary Farrell. She's originally from Waterford, but she's now living in Cork. Her background is in traditional singing. She's won 2 All-Ireland titles with Comhaltas Ceoltóirí Éireann, but she certainly knows how to handle a contemporary song. So this is song B. It's called The Nighttime, composed by Brian O'Reilly and performed for us now by Mary Farrell.
The night time is when I miss you, and my teardrops fall as the shadows in my lonely room play games on the wall. On the wings of love we sailed away, drifting into space as the world became a far distant place. is when I need you, and my heart feels sad. Oh, the memories of your warm smile and the love that we had. But the shadows come as the light goes low, and my heart feels the pain. Will I ever see your smiling face again? Tell the darkness go away. We can only live by day. Two lonely hearts in the night. All we wanted was to dream and rest a while in love's warm beam. Two dreamers searching for the light. Oh, the night time.
So that's song B, The Nighttime, composed by Brian O'Reilly, quite clearly a Cork man, and performed there by Mary Farrell with Geraldine Walsh and Francis Foley on the backing vocals. Well, now song C is the song with lyrics in the Irish language, and we're going north again to find the composer of that song. His name is Malachy Duffin, and he comes from Randallstown in County Antrim. He's a teacher of Irish at second and third levels. He's been so doing, for about 20 years now. He's also a very successful lyric writer in Irish, because I think this is his third time in the contest itself. The performer is Annette Griffin. She's from Ballymoe in County Galway, and she has honed her musical talents when she presents her own show of music and song at Ashford Castle. Anish Auron C o am gaham from time to time, comha eg Malachy Duffin agus a chana Anish eg Annette Griffin.
Anion y cri a fy crocha, is the blien fy cocha. Anion y noshling I mocha, in omodan in yon. Sanion fos gokchia, to lanu as mention. Os vein sagalam, nak memes diagoja. Oh, I'm the heart, wishing she'd free. Oh, I'm the heart, my real destiny. Oh, I'm the heart, read me and I'll end the beat. Anion McCree and the crocha, is the blien the culture. Oh, Spain, sagalam, nak memes diagoja. Nak willing lies in your lies. Nak willing lies that fall. Lies are fall. Loving water or the slave. On me heart and fall.
Oh, Go Home, Comeg, Malachi Duffin, and performed by Annette Griffin. Backing vocals there from Valerie and Patricia Rowe, and also from Garrett Wall. Now, song D is called Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again, and it's a Dublin-Derry combination, which since last year is also a husband and wife composing combination. We're going to meet the female part of that particular combination now, Gabrielle Perry. She's from Derry, worked as a journalist and short story writer, but her greatest success as a lyricist is with her husband, Henry Winter. Now, Henry has performed his songs pretty much all over Europe in various competitions and has been very successful in so doing. He also was a finalist in last year's Eurosong. So this is song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again, composed by Gabrielle Perry and Henry Winter, and sung now by Henry himself.
This changing world, we cling to the things we have, reluctant to change our ways, afraid of losing all we planned. You brought hope into my life, filled my solitary nights. I took the love you gave for granted, now I understand, and I would not risk ever losing you again. Now that love has brought you back to me, oh, that would be a crazy thing for me to do. Now love has brought you back, oh baby, now that love has brought you back again. It was oh so long, you made up your mind to go. Sadness I felt inside, heartaches no man should ever know. Begged you for a second chance, saw the trust within your glance. This precious gift you give to me has made me realize, and I would not risk ever losing you. To me, oh, that would be a crazy thing for me to do. Now love has brought you back. Oh, now that love has brought you back, I look at you and feel much stronger. I know that time is all we need. I know that can make it right, so let me hold you close tonight, 'cause I would not risk ever losing you again. Now that love has brought you back to me, and I know that would be a crazy thing for me to do. Now love has brought you back, oh baby, now love's brought you back again. Now that love has brought you back again.
Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again. That's song D, composed by Henry Winter and Gabrielle Perry and performed there by Henry, with backing vocals from Jean Murphy, from Pat McAllister and from Joanne McCready. That's 4 songs. We're moving on to song D, so we've reached the halfway stage in the competition. Very hard to make up your mind. Very even quality so far, at any rate, in the first 4 songs. And moving on to song E, and this is called Rainy Day. In this case, it's a singer-songwriter. She's 26. She's from Artane in Dublin. She's been writing songs for about 8 years or so, although she only started to record them recently. First time to attempt to get into Eurosong, and when the word came through to the credit card division of Allardyce Banks, where she works she was absolutely overjoyed, and so were her colleagues. Mind you, it's not all work in AIB, because she got her musical experience in the AIB Musical Society. So, Song E is called Rainy Day, and it's performed for us now by its composer, Joan Connolly. Joan Connolly there, the composer and performer of Song E, Rainy Day. And Joan was backed by Garrett Wall and Valerie and Patricia Rowe once again. Moving on to Song F, which is Little by Little, and this song has brought its composer and performer back across the Atlantic. He had great success here in the 1970s as a composer and as a performer under the stage name Jamie Stone. He made it big in America as well. He's been working there for a number of years with Rosemary Taylor, but he's decided to have a go at Eurovision. It's called Little by Little, and it's composed and performed under his own name by Carl Corcoran.
When your world becomes uncertain and emotions seem so frail, there's a way of facing problems and all that life entails. And if your heart is broken and love has left your life, just hold on to these thoughts so true, they'll help you through the night. And here I go making my way, little by little. little by knowing the way, whatever those around you may say. But a simple case of taking each day, little by little, little by little. Take it little by little. Take it little by little. When the odds are stacked against you and the stakes they seem unfair, remember it's your perspective that keeps your vision clear. 'Cause when the dust has settled and the problem's plain to see, just moving little by little seems to be the only key. And here I go making my way, little by little. An easy plan taken each day when you're stuck in the middle. It's not so much about knowing the way, whatever those around you may say, but a simple case of taking each day, little by little, little by little. Take it 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 little by little. Little by little. Take it little by little. Little by little.
That song F, Little by Little, composed and performed by Carl Corcoran with Carol Keegan, Trish Barber and Steve Martin on the backing vocals. Well, we're up to song G, which is the second last song. It's called Come Back and Hold Me, and perhaps the composer Tony Adams Rosa is feeling maybe a little bit lucky tonight because he almost made it in 1992 with a song called Feel the Pain. Tony himself, well, he was born in London of an Irish mother and a Portuguese father, although he now lives in Belfast. He told me he started his musical career at the precocious age of 3, and he's chosen a precocious young woman to sing his song. Her name is Maggie Toll, and she is having tremendous success at the moment because she's got a band called No Strings Attached, and she started to perform in public when she was just 15 years of age. So our second last song, song G, Come Back and Hold Me, composed by Tony Adams Rosa and performed now by Maggie Toll.
Every night she burns a candle in the window in the hope that someday he'll return. And she carries a reminder on her finger. Well, that's all there is to keep her dream alive. Oh, she knows, yes, she knows it's been a long time. She talks about the things they used to do, but how will she live her life without him when everything she loves has broke her heart in two? So come back and hold me the way that you do. You. Only heaven knows the pain she's feeling and the hunger that is burning in her soul. But she will keep on loving him forever while holding back the tears just for you.
Song G, Come Back and Hold Me. Tony Adams, Rosa, the composer, Maggie Toll, the performer there, with Patricia Munn and Trish Barber and Han van Eyck and Garrett Wall and Martina Tobin providing the backing vocals. So that was our penultimate song. Now we come to our last song, Song H, and it's called Always You. Now, our composer and performer comes from Arklow in County Wicklow, and she is a qualified musical teacher, a very talented woman indeed. She is also no stranger at all to competition. She's been on RT's Screen Test, she's been on 2FM's Search for a Star, she's actually even been on Opportunity Knocks. So our final song, Song H, is called Always You, and it's composed and performed for us now by Niamh Penston. That was our last song, Song H, composed and performed by Niamh Penston. What did you think, folks? Great songs? Yeah, really good songs. All credit to the composers and the performers and the backing vocalists and the arrangers and all the rest. Have you made up your mind who you think is going to win? Well, you're going to have to wait a little while longer before we find out, because our juries are sitting down all over the country making up their minds and counting the scores. In part two, we'll have our very special guest. So don't go away. We'll see you in a couple of minutes' time.
France, they say OA. OA, the unique 2-in-1 deodorant and body spray from France.
Mona wants to put a few words in your mouth, namely new Mona Premium Yogurt.
Now yogurt will never be the same.
Take an old kitchen cupboard, a free tool like this, and take a plain white wall. A bright idea from this, and... Introducing the Decorated Home, a complete course in paint techniques with lots of original ideas on how to use them, and step-by-step pictures to help. Stencils in every issue build into a unique collection, so try something different like this. Or this. Or this. It's all in the Decorated Home.
The good news from Quinsworth and Crazy Prices is that you can do your bank holiday weekend shopping this Wednesday and Thursday night until 9 p.m. at any of our stores.
Breakfast here!
Cornflakes.
I know, sweetheart, but it's only a small site shop.
Cornflakes?
I know.
Kellogg's Cornflakes, delicious flakes of corn drenched in ice-cold milk.
You think it's going to last all week?
Should do. It's a big enough box.
Kellogg's Cornflakes. Have you forgotten how good they taste?
Are you looking for a cigarette?
No, thanks. I was looking for these. Look, it's not you, it's just I don't smoke.
Colgate Total keeps on protecting you against plaque, cavities, tartar and gum problems all day long. Colgate Total, brushing that works between brushings.
From the start, milk's natural calcium builds strong bones and may help avoid osteoporosis or brittle bones in later life. Milk is the natural source of calcium a body needs to grow healthy. A glass of milk or more a day gives calcium for life.
It's the musical event of the year, and you could be there in person because the National Lottery are giving away 500 pairs of tickets to the 1995 Eurovision Song Contest at the Point Depot, Dublin. If you'd like to be there, send your name and address on a postcard before March 21st to the National Lottery Eurovision Draw, P.O. Box 1995, Dublin 1, and you'll be in with a chance.
There's hair, and there's hair with style. To get it, you need the right elements. Salon Selectives. A personalized system of interlocking formulas. You put together the precise elements of cleaning, conditioning, and finish your hair needs. For customized style you build in, step by step by step. To take your hair to a whole new level. Hair with style. Salon Selectives. Select your elements of style.
Welcome back to the Cork Opera House and the Eurosong Grand Final. When we won our first in the latest sequence of Eurovision wins, people said maybe we were a bit lucky, you know, and then when we won it again the year after, they said maybe we were a bit careless. When we won it the third time, they said it was sheer genius, and the people who did it for us are with us tonight. A big welcome, please, for the Rock and Roll Kids, Paul Harrington and Charlie McGettigan. Well, you know that they came together specifically for Eurosong last year, and they ran away with the competition, which was held in the University of Limerick Concert Hall, and then they went on to do us proud in the Point. So they were sort of an invention for the competition. We've decided tonight to showcase their talents individually as well as collectively. So we're going to hear first of all from Paul Harrington, and this is a lovely song which I've never heard him do before. It's called At This Moment.
What did you think I would do at this moment when you're standing before me with tears in your eyes, trying to tell me that you found you another? You just don't love me no more. What did you think I would say at this moment when I'm faced with the knowledge that you just don't love me? Did you think I would curse you or say things to hurt you? 'Cause you just don't love me no more. Did you think I could hate you or raise my hands to you? Now come on, you know me too well. And how could I hurt you? Darling, I love you when you know. Oh, you know I'd never hurt you. Oh, oh, oh. And what did you think I would give at this moment if you'd stay and subtract 20 years from my life? I'd fall down on my knees, kiss the ground that you walk on, baby. If I could just hold you again. Kiss the ground that you walk on, baby. If I could just hold you. If I could just hold you. And if I could just hold you. Again. And if I could just hold you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
prejudice, but they found a love together in those simple early years. They were untouched by the bigotry that showed their city shame, and she would light a penny candle in his name. People would remember his gentle, kindly way, laughter in his eyes, the funny things he used to say. He was different from the others, though his story was the same, and she would light a penny candle in his name. She would light a penny candle, say a penny prayer, for some peace and understanding every way. She would light a penny candle, watch a penny flame, and she would light a penny candle in his name. Suddenly it happened, the world came tumbling down. Said that he'd done something on another side of town, but she knew that he was innocent, found he was to blame, and she would light a penny candle in his name. Well, he came home from that prison, he was a broken, angry man. Bitterness he joined the gang, we terrorized the land. We told her that he loved her, nothing seemed the same, but she would light a penny candle in his name. She would light a penny candle, say a penny prayer, for some peace and understanding every way. She would light a penny candle, watch a penny flame, and she would light a penny candle in his name. Newsflash said an incident, 3 of them had died. She knew before they named him, she had a feeling deep inside. Now she almost hears the gunshots, she almost feels the pain, as she lights a penny candle in his name. So stranger, if you wonder how people lose their ways, maybe you will understand what this song has to say. See his soul survivor lost this ugly game, as she lights a penny candle in his name. She would light a penny candle, say a penny prayer, for some peace and understanding every way. She would light a penny candle, watch a penny flame, and she would light a penny candle in his name. In his name. I remember 62. I was 16 and so were you, and we lived next door on the avenue. Jerry Lee was big and Elvis too. Blue jeans and blue suede shoes, and we never knew what life held in store. We just wanted to rock and roll forevermore. Everybody. We were the rock and roll kids. Rock and roll was all we did. listening to those songs on the radio. I was yours and you were mine. That was once upon a time. Now we never seem to rock and roll anymore. Now Johnny's in love with the girl next door. Mary's down at the record store. They don't want to be around us no more. Golden old days, but we hardly speak. Too busy running to a different beat. Hard to understand. We were once like that. And how I wish we could find those rock and roll days again. We were the rock and roll kids. Rock and roll was all we did. Listening to those songs on the radio. I was yours and you were mine. That was once upon a time. Now we never seem to rock and roll anymore. I was yours and you were mine. That was once upon a time. Now we never seem to rock and roll. We just never seem to rock and roll anymore.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The song by Brendan Graham that charmed us first last year and then charmed all of Europe. Rock and roll kids and the rock and rollers themselves. Well done, lads. Paul Harrington and Charlie McGettigan. Who's going to follow in their footsteps? We don't know, but we'll know fairly soon because the count is happening after the break. See you in a couple of minutes' time. Well done, lads.
With over 160 exhibitors, you can't miss the Brighter Homes exhibition. Starts Tuesday, the 14th of March.
Welcome back to the Cork Opera House and the grand final of Eurosong 95. We have come to the most important part of the evening, the count, and let me explain how we've organised ourselves. We have 10 juries all around the country, everywhere from Dublin to Donegal, from Cork to Castlebar. They're 6-member juries, and they are drawn from people of all ages, and there is an equal proportion of men and women casting their votes this evening. Now, we've asked them to cast the votes as follows. For the song they like least of the 8, they give 3 points. For the next best one, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then 10 for the one they like second best and 12 for the song that they like best of all. So, for example, if one song was to get 12 points from each of the 10 juries, then they'd end up with the maximum possible of 120 votes, and if one song was to only get 3 from each of the 10 juries, the maximum, or it would end up with 30 votes. So the span we have is a potential minimum of 30 and a potential maximum of 120. I will call the juries in alphabetical order. I will call them in once. If they fail to respond, I will call them in a second time. If on that occasion they fail, we just forget about them for the moment and come back to them at the end of the voting. In the event that there is a tie, we have a tie jury located in Cork. Suppose we have 2 or even 3 or 4 songs tying at the end of the competition. Their decision is final in that regard. We also have an official scrutineer, Mary Hogan, and she is here to make sure that the votes are cast correctly and that the counting is done absolutely directly and without any errors at all, because this is a very important competition tonight. Without further ado, we're going to Athlone, our first jury, and the spokesperson there is Fraser O'Reilly, who is the secretary of Athlone Musical Society. Good evening, Fraser.
Good evening, Pat.
And Fraser is a woman.
Indeed I am.
And by the way, always was a woman, I hasten to add. Would you like to give us the vote of the Athlone jury, Fraser?
Indeed I will, Pat. First of all, though, I'd just like to wish the best of luck to the cast of Athlone Musical Society, who are opening tonight with Hello Dolly.
Oh, really? All right. And we'll add our good wishes as well.
Thank you very much.
So your votes.
The vote of the Athlone jury is as follows. 3 votes to song E, Rainy Day.
3 votes, song E, Rainy Day.
4 votes to song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back.
4 votes, song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
5 votes to song F, Little by Little.
5 votes, song F, Little by Little.
6 votes to song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
6 votes, song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
7 votes to song H, Always You.
7 votes, song H, Always You.
8 votes to song B, The Nighttime.
8 votes, song B, The Nighttime.
10 votes to song C, O Am Go Home.
10 votes, song C, O Am Go Home.
And 12 votes to song A, Dreamin'.
12 votes, song A, Dreamin'.
And that concludes the votes from the Athlone jury.
Thank you very much indeed, Fraser. So Dreamin' in the lead after the first vote, but obviously very early days with 9 votes to go. The second one comes from Buncrana, and John McCracken, Vice President of Coldest Kiltory Éireann, is on the line, I hope. John, are you there?
Yes, this is John McCracken in Buncrana.
Would you like to give us your votes, John?
Yes, here is the Buncrana vote. 3 votes for song E, Rainy Day.
3 votes, song E, Rainy Day.
4 votes, song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
4 votes, song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
5 votes, song A, Dreaming.
5 votes, song A, Dreamin'.
6 votes, song C, O Am Go Home.
6 votes, song C, O Am Go Home.
7 votes, song B, Night Time.
7 votes, song B, The Nighttime.
8 votes, song F, Little by Little.
8 votes, song F, Little by Little.
10 votes, song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
10 votes, song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
And 12 votes for song H, Always You.
And 12 votes for song H, Always You.
That concludes the vote from the Buncrana jury.
Thank you very much, John. Well, we can have a quick shuffle there and have a look at the results after just 2 votes. All pretty much bunched together. H, A, G, C, B and F. Only, 6 points between them. So lots to play for at this stage as we move on to Castlebar. The spokesperson of the Castlebar jury is Paddy McGuinness, a very successful local businessman and former director of the Castlebar Song Contest. Paddy, good evening to you.
Good evening, Pat. From Brady House Hotel in Castlebar, in the heart of Mayo Naturally.
I beg your pardon?
From Brady House Hotel in Castlebar, which is in the heart of Mayo Naturally.
Oh, great, yes. I couldn't agree with you more on that score.
Thank you, Pat.
Paddy, would you like to give us your votes?
Yes, thanks. Here is the vote of the Castlebar jury. 3 votes, song E, Rainy Day.
3 votes, song E, Rainy Day.
4 votes, song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
4 votes, song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
5 votes, song B, The Nighttime.
5 votes, song B, The Nighttime.
6 votes, song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
6 votes, song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
7 votes, song A, Dreaming.
7 votes, song A, Dreamin'.
8 votes, song H, Always You.
8 votes, song H, Always You.
10 votes, song C, O Am Gaham.
10 votes, song C, O Am Gaham.
12 votes, song F, Little by Little.
And 12 votes, song F, Little by Little.
That concludes the vote from the Castlebar jury. Good night.
Thank you very much, Paddy McGuinness in Castlebar, and that puts Always You in the lead by just 1 point from O Aum Gaham. Let's go to the Cork jury now, the spokesperson, someone whose voice and whose person is well known to you from television, runs the internationally famous cookery school in Ballymaloe, and the highly successful presenter of Simply Delicious, the Simply Delicious person of Dorina Allen. Good evening, Dorina.
Good evening. Here is the Cork vote.
I'm sorry for saying all those nice things about you. The Cork vote, please, Dorina.
Here is the Cork vote. 3 votes for song E, Rainy Day.
3 votes, song E, Rainy Day.
4 votes for song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
4 votes for song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
5 votes for song C, O Am Gaham.
5 votes for song C, O Am Gaham.
6 votes for song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
6 votes for song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
7 votes for song B, The Night Time.
7 votes for song B, The Night Time.
8 votes for song F, Little by Little.
8 votes for song F, Little by Little.
10 votes for song H, Always You.
10 votes for song H, Always You.
And 12 votes for song A, Dreamin'.
And 12 votes for song A, Dreamin'.
And that concludes the votes from the Cork jury.
Thank you very much, Dorina. Let's shuffle the deck and have a look at the way it's working now. And Always You on top, song H with 37 points. Dreamin' in second place, 36, and Little by Little, 33. O Am Gaham at 31. Let's move on to the Dublin jury, and the spokesperson is the television presenter of Echo Island on RTE, Blánad ní Chofaí. Blánad, good evening. Agus Díaz Murgad.
Well, this is the Dublin vote. 3 votes for song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
3 votes for song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
4 votes for song E, Rainy Day.
Well, at least they've varied it a bit. They've swapped it round. 4 votes for song E, Rainy Day.
5 votes for song B, The Night Time.
5 votes for song B, The Night Time.
6 votes for song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
6 votes for song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
7 votes for song F, Little by Little.
7 votes for song F, Little by Little.
8 votes for song C, O Am Gaham.
8 votes for song C, O Am Gaham.
10 votes for song H, Always You.
10 votes for song H, Always You.
And 12 votes for song A, Dreamin'.
And 12 votes for song A, Dreamin'.
Agus kuna bhfuil lá
Slán, agus Ihawa. It's Blánad ní Chofaí there. We'll carry on and go to another D, this time the D of Dundalk, and Mona Daly-McArdle, compere of the Dundalk Amateur Drama International, is on the line. Mona, good evening.
Good evening, Pat. This is Mona Daly-McArdle in Dundalk. Here is the Dundalk vote. 3 votes, song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
3 votes, song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
4 votes, song E, Rainy Day.
4 votes, song E, Rainy Day.
5 votes, song B, The Night Time.
5 votes, song B, The Night Time.
6 votes, song H, Always You.
6 votes, song H, Always You.
7 votes, song F, Little by Little.
7 votes, song F, Little by Little.
8 votes, song C, O Am Gaham.
8 votes, song C, O Am Gaham.
10 votes, song A, Dreamin'.
10 votes, song A, Dreamin'.
And finally, 12 votes, song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
Song G, 12 votes, Come Back and Hold Me.
And that concludes the vote from the Dundalk jury. Good night.
Thank you very much, Mona, and a very good night to you. Let's have a look at the scoreboard as we shuffle again and start doing our sums as to what is still possible in this competition. We've got 4 juries to go. Dreamin' on top at 58, Always You at 53, and then 2 at 47, Little by Little, O Am Gaham, and Come Back and Hold Me at 46. Okay, still all to play for there, with a maximum of, 4 12s, 48 points at one end and only 12 points at the other. Who knows what's going to happen? Galway we are going to now. And Joe McCarthy, founder and former producer of the Renmore Pantomime Society and the Galway Musical Society. Joe, good evening.
Chica de Fodrick, August Falcha Gagaliev.
Gur mille mahagat.
Well, this is Joe McCarthy with a big welcome for everybody to Galway. Home, of course, of the arts, culture, entertainment, and all year round, Kjol, Crack, Agadol.
Tell me this, Joe. When you look out the window, is there water outside or what?
Pat, we're just using the rain to rehearse for next year's Eurovision Song Contest. We'll have our own version of the water dance.
Yeah. We'll do it on a barge out in Galway Bay, I suppose. That'll be the thing to do, should we win. Joe, you've got some votes for us.
Yes, with 3 votes, Song E, Rainy Day.
I'm sorry for laughing. It's just the rain and Galway and all of that. 3 votes, Rainy Day, Song E.
4 votes, Song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
You say it so well. 4 votes, Song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
5 votes, Song F, Little by Little.
5 votes, Song F, Little by Little.
6 votes, Song C, O Am Gaham.
6 votes, Song C, O Am Gaham.
7 votes, Song H, Always You.
7 votes, Song H, Always You.
8 votes, Song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
8 votes, Song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
10 votes, Song B, The Nighttime.
10 votes, Song B, The Nighttime.
And our top choice in Galway with 12 points, Song A, Dreamin'.
12 points, Song A, Dreamin'.
That concludes the vote from the Galway jury. Slán to all our friends everywhere.
And Slán to you too, Joe. Thank you very much for that. We'll go to Kilkenny now, and Noel Power, who's a musician and entertainer, is on the line. Noel, good evening.
Good evening to you, Pat. This is Noel Power coming to you live from downtown Kilkenny in the New Park Hotel, right in the heart of the medieval capital of Ireland. If Galway can do it, so can Kilkenny. Anyway, here's the vote from the Kilkenny jury. 3 votes, Song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
3 votes, Song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
4 votes, Song E, Rainy Day.
4 votes, Song E, Rainy Day.
5 votes, Song C, O Am Gaham.
5 votes, Song C, O Am Gaham.
6 votes, Song B, The Night Time.
6 votes, Song B, The Night Time.
7 votes, Song F, Little by Little.
7 votes, Song F, Little by Little.
8 votes, Song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
8 votes, Song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
10 votes, Song A.
10 votes, Song A, Dreamin'. Yeah.
And 12 votes, Song H, Always You.
12 votes, Song H, Always You.
That concludes the voting from Kilkenny. Good night. God bless you all in Cork of Kilkenny.
Are you talking about hurling or what? Anyway, good night to you, Noel. And thanks very much for joining us from Kilkenny, the medieval capital of Ireland. Let's have a look think of the scores again, and we'll shuffle the pack and see how the ranking is. Okay, 8 points between Dreamin' and Always You, and then a further 10 between Come Back and Hold Me and Always You. Little by Little, potentially still in there with a chance, 24 votes, but I think it's really maybe a 2-horse race at this stage as we go to Limerick. And Miriam Stack, Press and Communications Officer at the University of Limerick. Good evening, Miriam.
Good evening, Pat. This is Miriam Stack in Limerick. Here is the Limerick vote. 3 votes, Song E, Rainy Day.
3 votes, Song E, Rainy Day.
4 votes, Song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
4 votes, Song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
5 votes, Song C, O Am Gaham.
5 votes, song C, O Am Gaham.
6 votes, song F, Little by Little.
6 votes, song F, Little by Little.
7 votes, song B, The Nighttime.
7 votes, song B, The Nighttime.
8 votes, song H, Always You.
8 votes, song H, Always You.
10 votes, song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
10 votes, song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
And finally, 12 votes, song A, Dreaming.
And finally, 12 votes, song A, Dreaming.
That concludes the votes from the Limerick jury.
Okay, we'll go straight away to Waterford. Some of you I know are doing your sums and have worked out whatever may or may not be inevitable. Terry O'Sullivan is Assistant City Manager in Waterford. Terry, good evening.
Hello, Pat. Agus fáilte O'Carr Port Lorga in Stadéisha, Ireland's river area.
Yes, go on.
Here is the Waterford vote. 3 votes, song E, Rainy Day.
3 votes, song E, Rainy Day.
4 votes, song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
4 votes, song D, Now That Love Has Brought You Back Again.
5 votes, song C, O Aum Gaham.
5 votes, song C, O Aum Gaham.
6 votes, song B, The Night Time.
6 votes, song B, The Nighttime.
7 votes, song A, Dreamin'.
7 votes, song A, Dreamin'.
8 votes, song F, Little by Little.
8 votes, song F, Little by Little.
10 votes, song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
10 votes, song G, Come Back and Hold Me.
12 votes, song H, Always You.
And 12 votes, song H, Always You.
That concludes the votes from the Waterford jury.
Oh, thank you very much indeed, Terry. Okay, I don't need to tell you, but let's shuffle the pack and let's see what the ranking order is. But we have a winner. Looking at it now, in top place, it's song A, Dreamin'. Remember, composed by Richard Abbott and Barry Woods. Eddie Friel was the singer, and it's got 99 points. Always You, so close behind song H. Niamh Penston there, 92 points, and Come Back and Hold Me, Maggie Toll, the singer there, in 82 points. They're making their way towards us now from the green room. I'm told they are absolutely agog with excitement. Are they here? They're coming now. A big welcome, please. Where are they? Warm round of applause because they are given the job of representing Ireland in the point on May the 13th and the unenviable task of trying to do it 4 times in a row, but it's a terrific song. Eddie, congratulations, the singer Eddie Friel. And our composers Richard Abbott and Barry Woods. Come on guys, take a bow. Come on. Can I talk to you, gents? I'll talk to Eddie now in a minute. He's got. Well, maybe I should talk to you first because you're going to have to sing it again for us in a moment. Right, yeah. Tell us, how did you feel as the voting came through? Were you confident? Not?
No, I wouldn't say that. It was a very close contest. All the songs were superbly performed and all great songs. So it was anyone's contest.
Did you become confident at any particular stage?
It was still fairly close up to the end, so we couldn't be overly confident.
Right, and Niamh Penston, poor Niamh, just a few points behind, looking at the two of you tense.
That's right.
What about the writers? Did you realise you had a hit song on your hands, folks?
Didn't think so, no. No, definitely not.
Well, why did you enter it then, for God's sake?
It's his idea.
How many songs have you guys written?
Oh, doesn't well, about 10 at the moment, but this was basically the main one that we put through for the Eurovision show.
Okay, and you actually are involved with Club Sound, isn't that so? They're a cabaret group.
We've been going for 25 years now, and hardly been another 25 but me.
All right, and both of you are veterans of the music business. You're an old Rob Strong man.
That's right, yeah, from way back in the early 80s.
And when was your song in?
84, had 2 songs.
What were they called?
don't take my dream away. So the dream thing has been fairly useful.
Yeah, go on.
The show is over.
And the show is over. Last year's winners are going to come out here because they've got the Tom McGrath Perpetual Trophy. Paul Harrington is bearing that. And Charlie has the flowers. Well, that's it, folks. We have our winner, which is going to represent Ireland in the point on May the 13th. The song, as you know, is called Dreamin'. Barry Woods, Richard Abbott are the composers, and we have on backing vocals Karen Hamill and Janet Burns. That's right, girls. And Eddie Friel is on the vocals. Okay, would you like to hear it again? Because we're going to hear an awful lot of it before we're finished on May the 13th. May I say thank you for watching. Thanks to the fabulous audience in the Cork Opera House. You were absolutely terrific. And I leave you tonight with the song that's going to Europe on behalf of Ireland on May 13th. It's called Dreamin'. Mr. Eddie Friel. Good night.